Hi everyone, so in this video I want to talk about my 5 no fuss perennials in my garden that require the least amount of work. And that means not having to baby them for water, they're drought resistant, and they're beautiful at the same time. And the first one on my list, and I have these in no particular order, is pinestium. These are absolutely gorgeous. I planted these in the yard, and that was a year ago, and you can see they are in bloom and they are gorgeous. The purple color of the foliage, the flowers, they're just stunning. They are in sun part shade at the back of my yard in my border, and they stand out in the garden because of their color and how stately they are. They are very straight when they stand up, and they require basically no care. Also, they are rabbit and deer resistant. So when the rabbit came in and ate a bunch of my plants, they left them alone. And so they have flourished. Anything in my garden that requires very little work and can stand on their own, maybe the odd cut back, and provides foliage color and flowers, and can tolerate my climate, which is zone 3B, is well worth having more of. And because of their height and they don't need staking, this is one plant I love, and the pollinators love it too. Number 2 on my list is daylilies. I have been adding these to this bed, and all I put in here is daylilies, except I have some pink feathergrass at the back. Or sorry, I should say pamper feathergrass. But daylilies are zero work. They're extremely drought tolerant, and they put on a big show in the middle of summer. And as you can see, they have a lot of buds on, and they're getting ready to put on that show. So every year I add a couple more to this bed, and I'm hoping eventually to get to the point where I have no dirt, or in this case mulch, showing, that is just full of daylilies. But I basically consider them a no fuss plant. The only thing I do is when they're done blooming, I cut off the stalks. But the foliage always looks good, and quite honestly, I don't do anything else with them other than, I should probably divide them every so often. But even if you don't divide them, the clumps get so big and beautiful, and you get such a good show that really it's a shame to divide them if that's what you're looking for, is the big show. If you're looking to add more plants to your garden, then yes, division is perfect. And they tolerate division like no other plant. They are not fussy or difficult, and they don't require a lot of water. So I highly recommend daylilies for a colder climate that is also hot and experiences droughts. Number 3 on my list is yarrow. You can see this is a purple yarrow, and these are basically zero work. Other than the same as the rest of the perennials I mentioned, you have to cut them back to get another flush. And you can cut them all the way down, or you can just take the tops off. They will flush again. And I have multiple colors in my garden, from purples to oranges to the new terracotta to the yellows in the front. And you can see this is becoming one of my favorites that I really want to move forward. And let me show you this one. And I don't have a name for the color, you guys. They are basically no work. You can easily divide them and move them, and they can handle it. And there's so many different colors. You have lots of choices. Very drought resistant, and they will spread in your garden. The only one I found that does not spread in the garden is the yellow, but the rest of them will spread. And if you want to fill a garden with cottage style flowers that you want to let naturalize, yarrow is the one for you. Number 4 is salvias. All types of salvias that are perennial are just an amazing plant. You cut them back, you get more blooms. They integrate well in the garden. They provide that pop of color that you need. When nothing else is in bloom, they bloom very early, depending on the species. They come in a variety of heights, like this one is the New Dimension Blue that stays a little bit shorter, and they look great with other plants. They're a great companion planting. As you can see with the purple yarrow, it really looks pretty, and this is something I need more of. I love the salvias particularly in the pinks and blues. The white is okay, but I find the white is a little more dull and not as showy. But what a great plant in the garden for flowers and pollinators. Highly recommended, very drought resistant, and not a fussy plant. The final plant in my list of the top 5 no fuss, drought resistant perennials is irises. In particular, I favor bearded irises. Both the standard size, like these, and the dwarf, like these ones. They are a reliable bloomer as long as you don't plant them too deep. And the way I plant my irises is I just cover the root with just a smidge, or the rhizome with just a smidge of dirt, so that's still near the surface. As you can see, these ones are all exposed and they're quite happy. They are easy to divide. You have to lift the clump and you can easily pry them apart, and they tolerate the division very, very well. They aren't going to weep after you divide them, which is a nice feature. They are great in a vase and in an arrangement. They're very stately and they stand on their own in arrangements and in the garden. I also have German bearded irises in my garden, which tend to be rebloomers, and those are great too. The colors and the shades of blue in these is amazing. They're getting better and better with their oranges and their mixtures of oranges and yellows, magentas, yellows, and oranges, as well as the reds. I highly recommend this plant, and this is my 5th pick for drought tolerant, no fuss plants. I just cut the spent blooms off when I do my cutbacks, and that's it. I leave the foliage as is to provide that extra wispy texture in my garden beds. So that's it, you guys. That's what I have for my top 5 drought tolerant perennials in my garden that I can count on from year to year to return and put on a nice show at various times of the summer. Let me know in the comments if you agree. This list can be very, very long. There are a lot of great plants. I didn't even touch on half of them that would also fall into this category, such as veronicas, for instance, heliopsis, hostas. But these are my top 5 that I rely on every year because of how little care is required and how easy they are to maintain, especially when it is dry and we aren't getting a lot of rain. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much. And let me know in the comments what your top 5 is. This is my personal top 5. This isn't the top 5 I've done research on. This is in my garden what I find is reliable and no fuss. Bye everyone, and thank you for watching.